Hey guys, Rikita, I'm back in another video, and today we're talking about Friday Night Smackdown. Now, this marks the last Smackdown of the European tour, which I will miss the crowds at certain points, because England, Europe got it wrong sometimes. And I'm not gonna lie. Just because you gave me good moments, Europe, doesn't mean I'm gonna forget about those certain moments. The moment y'all booed Bianca Belair. Unforgivable. But it's fine. We're all fam. They opened up the show with Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton. Now, seeing Randy Orton and Cody Rhodes together in that ring is pushing the agenda of Randy Orton versus Cody Rhodes. Now, I know it's seen as last year and everything, but I would be lying if I said I didn't want Randy and Cody at Mania. Like, we would be able to have more moments with them together face to face, and just more of, I don't know, more passion, like more static between the two. But with Cena, he comes into his promo, he dips. He dipped that week after Elimination Chamber. So it's like, I don't know, we're not getting the full retirement tour feeling, but I do know that he does have more dates going on. It's just, I don't know. For the whole reign of Cody Rhodes, I wanted to see Randy Orton and him. And Randy said during their moments after Randy gave him his props, because Cody Rhodes did bet on himself, and it all paid off to the point where it didn't only benefit him, but it benefited those after him. Because of Cody Rhodes, I think he opened that door for the AEW stars to transition over to WWE so successfully, like Jade, Ricky, other people. So I give Cody Rhodes his props, and that's why Randy gave him his props, because he basically saw this guy grow up and be the man that he is today, the WWE champion that he is today. In that, he gave up the same energy that CM Punk did. Like, I am going to be right in front of you when I challenge you. I'm going to CM Punk said it a little bit more real. Randy said it nice. Randy said it really nice, but it's the same message. I'm gonna stab you where you can see me. I ain't gonna do what Cena did. And in that whole session, Drew McIntyre said, hey, it's enough of this whole Nepo baby fest. I am here, and I'm gonna say this. I deserve a chance before Randy, which I gotta give him his props. Now, if he loses to Damian Priest at Mania, we have to rethink that one. He doesn't deserve it at all. Because I'll be honest, he did lose to Jimmy and Jay. So, if he loses at Mania, that's off the table. 100%. I like Drew McIntyre a lot, though. I like him a lot. I think he adds something to almost everything that he's in, and pushes his competitor when he's not beefing with the bloodline, being a little obsessed. I'm a fan. Now, the first match of the night was the Street Profits versus Pretty Deadly, which the Pretty Deadly got their hometown pop. Like, I haven't heard anybody this loud for Pretty Deadly ever. Like, they were actually getting some crazy love, and it was beautiful. Like, I think all the wrestlers deserve that whole hometown pop, hometown love. It just wasn't enough. It wasn't enough, because our tag team champions proved why they are tag team champions. They proved why DIY needed to get them out of the competition, the whole discussion with Motor City, because they are a threat. They're the biggest threat in the tag team division. But I will give Pretty Deadly their props, because they did really good. They did really good. They didn't fall under pressure. They gave us some moments where, if we didn't know who the Street Profits were, if we didn't know how they came, we would have thought they was going to win. But nah, they shut that down real quick. And I was seated. I was. Now, I don't want to complain at all, because I'm glad Kaden and Kiana got out of catering. Very glad. Now, am I glad that they got beat up? No. Am I glad they got, in a weird situation, because now they're stuck in this whole thing with the, Secret Harvest with Chelsea Green? But I because of what we dealt with Michin, I'm thinking that Zelina Vega will be her Chelsea Green's reckoning. So I'm open for it. And I'm just glad I'm just glad they're out of catering. I am. It's just to see them take an L, that wasn't fun. That just was not fun. I ain't gonna lie, that wasn't fun. Now, our United States title match was LA Knight versus Braun Strowman. This match, if gone on full force, there is a chance that LA Knight would have taken out. A big chance. So I think LA Knight, or he needs to give Jacob Fatu his gratitude, his thanks, because I don't know, it was looking shaky. Now, sure, they both got on their hits. They both went to blows, but Braun almost got him. And Jacob just came at a perfect moment to basically say, you're on watch. Put him on watch. He put that U.S. champion on watch. But he's just back to handle business between Braun Strowman, which I don't know when we'll see this. I think it's next week. We're going to see a match between Braun Strowman and Jacob Fatu, and hopefully it's the last one. I'm not saying they were bad. I'm just saying there is a match that I want and a match that I hope I get. So I'm just hoping next week it becomes final. It becomes official. Now, Jacob was on his own. He didn't ask for any help from the bloodline. He didn't ask none of that. He just went out, took his shot, which that's Jacob Fatu. Ever since Solo lost his Ulafala, Jacob has been calling the shots and his own shots. Been doing what he wanted. So, when it came to that backstage moment between Solo, Tama, and Jacob, it wasn't surprising that he said, hey, y'all ain't say nothing to me last week. Why would I have to check in with y'all now? I'm doing it for me. And one thing I did peep was the fact that he said, I'm gonna either do it with you, pointing to Tama, or without you, pointing to Solo. So I just hope on this whole run of Jacob trying to get the U.S. Championship, which I am behind him, I would say 100%, but I really want Melo or Jimmy to be the United States champion. Like, if I could give an order in it all, I would say Jimmy, Jacob, Melo. Now, Melo, because I want him to have the longest reign. I'm picking favorites just because, like, he was the #1 draft pick, but out of everybody from NXT that's still there, he's been getting treated like garbage. Where is his championship? Where's his championship? I want to know. Where is his accolade? He was in the Royal Rumble for what? 10 seconds? Fine. 3 minutes? What? Your first round draft pick gets that treatment? But that's neither here nor there. We're talking about Jacob. And I just see the rift because Solo has been tiptoeing around Jacob, kind of like when Roman wanted either Jay or Jimmy to still, like, do what he wanted to do, but then he got tired of it. That is what happened. Solo basically snapped because he raised his voice a little tad bit, and then he told Jacob to simmer down. So I just see it. So they need to make it official. WrestleMania, Solo versus Jacob. And if they want to, triple threat match. But I just don't think Tama is against Jacob at all. I think he's more leaning on his side than Solo's anyway. But that's for a discussion for another day. I'm just hoping. Now, like I'm saying, Melo and Miz, I'm cool with this idea. I'm cool with it, but it gotta amount to something. Because it's only gonna help Miz, because Miz is already established. Miz could do nothing and still be the Miz. Melo, he gotta grind. He gotta make his name. So, just gotta amount to something. But backstage, Jimmy basically put Gunther on watch, which I'm excited to see what happens on Monday. He put Gunther on watch. Miz talking about the slap and how he would never let him smack him. All that, although back in the day, Miz got smacked by Jimmy. And we all know, when it came to Jay and Jimmy, the twin that we really... I love both of them, but the twin that we will really, you know, point out was Jimmy. So it's very interesting for him to say it was the other way around this whole time. Now I think the twins are just both getting the appreciation that they both deserved. But to say, hey, nobody knew who you were, stuff like that. Revisionist. Because I remember different, I just do. And that led to a match between Miz. I wish it was Mello. Miz and Jimmy Uso. And the Miz, he shows y'all why he shows that he still got it. He still got it. I like the fact that his matches aren't like stinkers whenever he's in the ring, even though you know he's going to lose. That's the only part about the Miz, is that he is a great antagonist, like one of the best antagonists. But sometimes he's like that random antagonist that you have to go through. Sometimes there's not much plot going on. It's sometimes just a little tiny bit, and you just gotta get through them to get to your real mission. And it's sad, but it's true. It's true. I just enjoy the fact that he's in the ring still. He gets his screen time. Because at the end of the day, that's all you're looking for is TV time. It's just, Big Jim is looking to prove something. And I need Jimmy to have moments. You know, it's not about Jay. It's not about Roman. It's about Jimmy. Jimmy needs his time to shine. He needs his time in the sun. He needs it all. Now, Naomi, that promo with Naomi. Yup. I don't back trash. My favorites are not going to be trash. My favorites always do what they have to do. And I'm glad you guys are finally seeing, if you give Naomi the ball, if you give Naomi the opportunity, she's gonna go in. She's gonna go in and go crazy. Because she said a lot of things that was true. Who do y'all look up to? Who been inspiring women for over a decade? Who? Because you can pick an interview between a lot of women, Bianca and Jade included, where they're saying Naomi was their inspiration. And you also can pick any picture or just any backstage moment and hear of how Naomi has been there for Bianca or just other women. So honestly, it's time for her to fight. Do her. Just do her. Go for her, because at this point, you ain't got no friends. You ain't got no friends, because you do one thing. You push one person on the car, and now everybody's talking about you. Like, proceed with caution now. I don't... B-Fab and Meechin, they on Jay's side. That's fine. That's cool. They're the good guys. But to say that, hey, Naomi deserves what she got coming... Mistake number one. Because Jay can't save you. Jay can't save you. And that's what happened. Naomi was like, oh, bet. She jumped Meechin and B-Fab. Now, B-Fab, she choked the mess out of B-Fab. B-Fab did not see that. Neither of them saw that coming, but B-Fab, she caught the worst of it. And I'm just saying, this version of Naomi, it's not the typical cowering heel. It's more of a calculated heel. And I hope they continue going that way, because it's just different from, oh, I'm going to mess with you and then run away. Oh, she's waiting for her moment. She's waiting for her time. Because at the end of the day, you got to make sure the conditions are for you and serve you. So I'm excited. I need that match to be official for Mania. Okay, I just do. Now, Meechin and Charlotte put on a great match. I'm very happy for Meechin, because she has just been having great matches after great matches after great matches. Like, she really deserves to have a mid-card title. Like, send her over to Raw if we're going to continue on doing this Secret Harvest thing with Chelsea. That's fine. Just send her over to Raw. Like, where you got to go. Because Michin has been putting in that work. 100%. Tiffany and Charlotte, I know the match is going to be fire. It's just another week of a disappointment. Because y'all talking, it don't really get me. But I know it's going to be good. I know it's going to be good. We have a match between Drew McIntyre and Randy Orton. Now, Randy Orton and Drew McIntyre, they always going to do this. They always are going to do this. So I was not surprised to see that they made a match for them. And I was happy because we're going to really look back and enjoy the fact that we had moments like Drew McIntyre versus Randy Orton. The thing is, Kevin Owens felt the same way. Kevin Owens thought, this is going to be a banger of a match, so let me just walk through and watch it. During a moment where Randy Orton almost had Drew McIntyre. And instead of paying attention to the match, he called Claymore to the face. So this almost was Drew McIntyre's night. It almost was. It almost was Kevin Owens' night as well. He almost got the pile driver off, but did not. Same thing with Randy. He almost got the punt kick, but did not. Like that punt kick, Mania, I don't know what night. It's going to hit different. It's going to feed us all. But after the dub that Drew McIntyre caught, he thought he was going to go out for drinks. Damian Priest had nothing to say. He laid him out like his name is Jade Cargill. Poor dude. Poor guy. But this is his own fault. And Damian Priest he needed to get his get back because he been getting dragged, thrown all over the place for the past 2 weeks. Damian Priest got to continue on with this because at the end of the day, you can't have another man beat you up. You can't keep letting another man beat you up like this. You can't. They had a main event of the night. The main event of the night, I was satisfied. Last week left a little bit more to be desired, but this week, they did their thing. Finally, Roman Reigns decided to say more than 2 sentences because ever since he came back, it's like his words been limited, as if his contract says, only 80 words a night, Roman. Only 80 words. But it was another story for Smackdown. He gave us some memes. But also, the crowd was just so amazing. Like, I think you couldn't tell a Roman Reigns fan way back when he was gonna get this type of reaction because they wouldn't have believed you. As always, I think he was ready to go. That jet was on. That jet was on. He's getting into more of the Tribal Chief type of character now, but I think it's gonna be a little different, a little nicer maybe, because only the Tribal Chief would have made sure he came out first so he can get the head of the table. Also, the words he said, very cocky, which I'm here for. This is what I like to see. This is exactly what I like to see. Don't let nobody know that you're insecure, Roman. Please. But that one person that's always going to know that is CM Punk. Although you would think it was Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins knows a little bit. But CM Punk, he knows how to manipulate that. Seth Rollins came out. And as always, he tries to get under his skin or tries to pull to the fact that they wear the Shield. But the Shield to Roman is dead. It's dead. And it was a little bit more alive last year before WrestleMania, but that WrestleMania main event killed it even more. Then the Royal Rumble pulled the Shield out the grave, put it back in, buried it some more. That's what happened. Because Seth Rollins decided to say, hey, we did it, man. we built it up. Me and you did this. Then Roman Reigns was like, no, who's we? Who's we? We're not in France. And that's Tribal Chief to me. And I will say this. In that very moment, it felt as if he were getting Roman Reigns Seth Rollins. Then CM Punk comes out. Then it felt like we were getting CM Punk and Roman Reigns. Because it was just more of a connection on a personal level. Considering the fact the triple threat match will be a main event. Which, a discussion for another day. If the Royal Rumble was not going to main event, stop saying that the Royal Rumble winners are going to main event. Please. Just please. Don't say that. Just don't say it. I'm not mad because I think it was to be expected. When I heard that match was going to happen, I was like, oh. All right, bet. That's what I thought. That's exactly what I thought. And for that to be something that Roman thought was the favor is very interesting, because that just means Paul Heyman either lied to Roman or just didn't tell him, and Roman just guessed that was the favor. So the match between CM Punk and Roman Reigns is going to be a great one. I'm just noticing how Paul Heyman is playing both sides. We could say that Paul Heyman's just trying to be a good friend to CM Punk, but it's deeper than that. When CM Punk came out, Paul Heyman decided to get up, dust himself off, position himself to present to what? To welcome in CM Punk? That's weird. He didn't do this for Seth Rollins. So I'm just keeping my eyes on him. 100%. But Smackdown didn't disappoint that main event at all. Roman's just hilarious. I just hope they continue on with this and there's less of a feeling that there's a third man or third wheel, because that's how it felt. Just because of the intensity of what's in the connections between this match that CM Punk and Roman Reigns have. But y'all let me know how y'all felt about SmackDown. What was your favorite part? And are you guys excited? Did this make you guys even more excited for WrestleMania? Thank you for watching. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe.